Have you ever been bullied? Have you ever bullied someone else? Have you been a bystander to bullying in your lifetime? Chances are your answer to these questions is yes. You are not alone. Today we hear from celebrities who have been bullied, from Tom Cruise, who was bullied for being a struggling reader, to Tiger Woods, who dealt with bullying because of a stuttering problem and who faced racism, to famous singer Selena Gomez, who said she was bullied every second of every day in elementary and middle school. Bullying is a societal problem with societal consequences that have far-reaching effects in our schools within Peel District School Board. We know from PrevNet, who are the leading researchers in Canada in bullying prevention and intervention, that bullying is a relationship problem with relationship solutions. Relationship skills are just as essential as knowing how to read or write. Without healthy relationships, children and youth cannot develop in healthy ways. At Peel District School Board, we work hard to create environments that promote positive relationships and reduce negative interactions for our staff and our students. We do this by creating caring classrooms and schools, spending time to explicitly build relationships, and fostering an inclusive and equitable environment in our board spaces and places is everyone's responsibility. Within the school and classroom, we might focus on explicit teaching and modeling of character attributes: cooperative, caring, responsible, respectful, honest, and inclusive. Use community circles to build inclusion and empathy and as a way to problem solve when issues arrive. Create school and class procedures, rules, and a welcoming environment together. Purposely validate and celebrate each student's unique and special gifts they bring to the school or class. Take time to hear the stories of every student in every class and be sure that they see themselves reflected in the classroom curriculum and school environment. Explicitly tell students that we are caring adults who are there to support and listen to them. Certainly, this is just the beginning. Most schools do this and more. It is the intentional way that it is done as a whole school approach that makes the biggest difference in school climate. Everyone in our community must focus and care about relationships. Safe, caring, welcoming, authentic relationships. With the increased attention and focus on bullying, society tends to overuse the word bullying. At times, it might be more accurate to describe actions as bullying behaviors, unkind behavior, or mistreatment. It is important for us to be able to clearly identify bullying and distinguish it from conflict or mistreatment, as the response and interventions are different. Bullying occurs when there is 1. Aggressive behavior, 2. Intent to harm, 3. It's typically repeated, 4. A real or perceived power imbalance between the bully and bullied. The source of the power imbalance may be because of many factors, but we know students who identify as LGBT or who are gender nonconforming are at greater risk for bullying. It would not be considered bullying in situations where students recognize their role in the hurt and harm, who genuinely feel upset and remorseful, who want to try and make things right, or students who may be unable to understand the consequences of their actions. We would work with students using restorative practices, conflict resolution, or some social emotional skill building to promote positive behavior in these cases. However, regardless of whether the behavior might be classified as true bullying, we always need to intervene when negative behavior occurs. To effectively intervene, we work with 3 types of people in bullying incidents: the bully, the bullied, and the bystander. These roles are not always static. They may shift. One day the bully is the bullied becomes the bystander, and the bystander becomes the bully. The dynamics are difficult to predict, but always look for the ringleaders. They are the ones with the most power. Making the biggest difference occurs when we work with these individuals to change the culture. We support students who engage in bullying behaviors to understand the negative impact of their choices, take responsibility of their actions, repair the damage, if possible, and learn to make more positive pro-social choices in the future. We must confirm in our message that the behavior is not okay. No, not here, never, and provide safe, logical, structured learning consequences to repair the hurt and harm caused. Providing opportunities to develop positive leadership skills and form empathetic relationships with others might promote more positive behavior. Parents need to partner in these interventions. It is important to remember that not all bullying behavior occurs in person. Some of the behavior may occur online, outside of school, but it has the impact of school climate and thus must be addressed. In order for us to maintain an accepting school, no staff member can ignore bullying behaviors. Schools are busy places, and sometimes it may seem easier to ignore inappropriate comments or hurtful actions that you overhear or witness in passing, but students may misunderstand your silence as condoning or accepting the language or behavior. For students who demonstrate bullying behaviors, use your professional judgment and relational skills to consider how you can help the individual or individuals understand that the words and actions are not appropriate without shaming the student or entering into a power struggle. As educators, we typically use many strategies for redirecting behavior, including eye contact, proximity, a simple look or glance, a short comment such as, "That's not appropriate," or a calm one-on-one interaction in which you communicate why the behavior does not belong in our accepting school. For example, it is disrespectful to others, or someone could get hurt. Be aware that sometimes students who are engaging in bullying behavior will deny or minimize the impact of their actions when a staff member intervenes. For example, "We're fine here. We are just friends. We're wrestling. We're just joking around." Maintain your stance that it is not okay. For the apparent target or victim, we will then follow up as soon as possible to determine if the student was being bullied or further investigation of the situation is needed. Reassure them of the right to feel safe at school and of an adult school support. Be sure you ensure safe arrival to the next area for the target. Remember, if you believe that the student is being bullied, you are obligated to report the situation to your principal. Follow-up activities to help build the confidence of the student, ensure wellness, and to develop social connections and friendships may be needed. Once again, parents should be partners in these interventions. Lastly, don't forget about the importance of bystanders. Bystanders have great power to choose action, to prevent and intervene in bullying. Students need to understand and be educated about what they can do to help their classmates who may be targeted. In Peel, we use the 3 R's to choose action. Recognize it. Recognize when you or someone you know has been harmed or harming others, and take steps to stop it. Refuse to be a bystander. Do not laugh if someone is being teased. Do not go watch a school fight. Do not participate in sending hurtful messages. Do not allow students to be singled out. Do not laugh at inappropriate jokes. Do not forward private messages to others. Do not participate in spreading rumors. Do not stand by and do nothing. All students have the right to feel safe at school. If you are a victim or witness to bullying, harassment, violence, stand up and take the action required to ensure it does not continue. Report it. If you are aware of an unsafe situation or are a victim or witness to incidents of harm, report it. Talk to your parent, talk to a friend, talk to a teacher, talk to the counselor, talk to the principal. Tell someone so action can be taken. If the incident is criminal, call Peel Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS. The purpose of the Choose Action campaign in Peel is to empower students who are targets or witnesses, bystanders of bullying to speak up, seek help, and support the targeted students in pro-social ways. All staff working with students to assist them in choosing action is an effective way to make a difference in bullying prevention and intervention. We can't do it to our students or for our students. We must do it with them. Our students have the power to be the change you wish to see in the world, so famously attributed to Mahatma Gandhi. We look forward each year to celebrating and promoting choosing action during Provincial Bullying Awareness and Prevention Week, the 3rd week in November. Many supports and resources are provided for schools to help us choose action on the Climate for Learning and Working website. Thank you for all the work you do to empower and inspire our students to develop healthy, positive relationships. This is a Climate for Learning and Working production.